This is Aakanksha Bhende, an associate software engineer at Red Hat, and today I will be talking about what and why contributor experience matters and how AI and automation is transforming this space. We will also look at what future holds up for this space to make it more inclusive and better. So with that, let's get started. Before we dive in, we'll look at the agenda. We will be covering why contributor experience matters, traditional versus AI workflows, some smarter workflows, real world use cases, future of contributor experience, followed by the conclusion. So let's start with a simple truth that people don't return if they don't feel welcomed and valued. This isn't a technical blocker, but a smooth onboarding determines if the contributor will return. We all are contributors here and definitely have faced a situation in our contributing journey where we picked up a task or joined a new team and were not able to understand what to do next. And in that have wasted a lot of time. So, like complex onboarding, poor documentation, lack of guidance, and many other friction points not only frustrate users, but also take away their motivation to contribute, which slows down the delivery process. According to a research, 70% of first-time contributors don't return, which is a universal signal that if we don't design our contributing experience, we are losing out on potential. And in today's world of hybrid teams and distributed leadership, contribution isn't a side activity, it is how work happens. Great code starts with a great welcome. A smooth, welcoming onboarding is necessary to set up contributors for success and to encourage high quality of code from very start. With that, let's look into the traditional versus AI workflows. Traditionally, workflows are heavily dependent on human memory and boring static documentation. We believe that people will figure out, but in reality, they don't. Instead, they just drop off and sometimes they are not able to understand what to do next, and in that they are not able to deliver on time. With AI, we are changing it. Interactive bots, timely suggestions and feedbacks, and instant AI-driven suggestions. All of this are helping in making contribution easy. As the former CEO of GitHub, Nat Friedman says, automating the boring parts of contributions help people focus on the meaningful ones. With AI, we are not only saving time, but that is helping us to understand what is really impactful, and there we are able to focus more. Now, we will look at some smarter contributing workflows. Starting with dependency management and maintenance bots. Dependency management bots like DependAbot, which scans your projects and makes PRs for libraries which are outdated and makes PR to keep them updated and secure. Then there are DependAbots of GitHub, which are generally related to the security changes. Another types of bots are like personalized AI bots, which helps in personal onboarding of the contributors, like by greeting them or providing the resources which are necessary to set up and all. So this helps in reducing confusion and frustration of the first-time contributors. The best bots are the ones that quietly remove friction from contributing. Second point is automating the changeset creation. Changesets are important for versioning and change logs of a project. It helps us to understand what has been changed and what packages were affected due to that changes. It helps in automating the release notes and versions and helps in reducing the human errors and saves time. The next point is real-time feedback with AI reviewers. This AI reviewers provide real-time feedbacks and at the same time help in maintaining the code consistency and styling across the whole project. At the same time, they help the junior developers to understand the best practices along the way of contributing. For example, GitHub Copilot and CodeRabbit. Next point is issue triaging with machine learning. ML models are nowadays trained to label issues and detect and categorize the issues based on their impact and severity, and sometimes also assign them to the maintainers and the people who will be working on it. So this helps in saving a lot of time and has drastically reduced the backlog, which has helped in faster deliveries. Interactive workflows for contributors. So this is nowadays very famous, like personalized interactive intuitive bots which are generally integrated on chat platforms, which answers questions of the contributors and provide the real-time suggestions and help up with the resources they need while contributing. This helps them to, like, they feel that they are welcomed and respected, which is a startup for high quality of code. And the last, the automation tools. They are automation tools like Puppet, Chef, Jenkins, and Ansible. They are all DevOps tools which helps in automating the complex repetitive task and help in smoother deployment and infrastructure testing. This saves a lot of time and reduces human errors. Now we'll look at some real world use cases. Microsoft's open source ecosystem. This have features like first time contributor detectors, CLA checkbots, which helps us, the contributors in like checking if they have the contributor license agreement before making the contributions, and provide with the necessary resources. The impact of this is reduced first time friction and help to increase the number of contributors to Microsoft. Second point will be open source. With the tools of GitHub Actions and AI recommendation, they have created personalized issue recommendation and Growth Insights platform, which provides a visual representation of the contributor's journey, like the open source journey. Plus, it provides actionable insights that what the contributor can do next. This has helped in boosting the return rate of the contributor. Third example will be Storybook, where GitHub Actions plus auto-commenting bots has helped in increasing the confidence in merges, because this bot suggested like which stories has been changed. There is also one advantage of visual regression testing, where they have integrated chromatic CI, where with each pull request, this chromatic CI takes snapshots of the changes and compares it with the base and helps in understanding what has been changed. So this helps in the review process and makes it faster and provides more confident UI changes. As we can see that all these real world examples have not only like, as we can see, the future of contributing experience is more about being personalized and interactive. If we like contribute in making the contributor experience better, we can make the casual contributors and convert them into a long time collaborators and help to make a stronger and sustainable ecosystem. So the future of contributor experience lies in emotionally intelligent bots which detects frustration and understands the mind state of the contributor and accordingly suggests the suggestion. Then contextual mentorship, neurodiversity workflows, which according to the feedback styles and attention spans of the contribution accordingly tailors the recommendation and helps the contributor to make contributions. So we can say that future of contribution is not only about AI and automation, it's about making the space personalized and interactive. So that pretty much wraps up my presentation, and we come to the conclusion that we as developers or managers should try to make the contributor experience interactive and friendly, whether if we are building internal tools or public platforms, because we all, as there's a common notion of AI and automation are cutting headcounts, but that's not true. Instead, it is helping to unlock contribution at scale. And the best tools don't help us to do more, they help us to become more. So yeah, thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for being a wonderful audience. I would like to take up questions if there are any. Yeah.
So you mentioned about the bots, and then you mentioned about the AI reviewers, right? I mean, I was just imagining a situation, let's say the AI bot did something on my repository, created a pull request, and then there is an AI reviewer. So are these two different bots, or this is just one bot who is reviewing the repo and then making the changes for me?
That's a good question. Thank you. Okay. So you mean that the bots which are reviewing the PR and the bots who are making changes to make the libraries up to date and for the security changes are different? Okay.
Are they different or are they same?
Okay, so it depends on use case, but generally they are different. Suppose if we take the example of CodeRabbit, it is specially just for reviewing pull request. And the example of Dependabot, which was given here, or Renovate, they just make PRs. It is a manual task of the contributor to check if the contributions are not breaking anything. And at the same time, like the PR reviewer will just give suggestions that this will help in accessibility change or best like code practices and all. So there are two different things.
But don't you think it's repetitive? Because if I am using two different bots, what I see is that they are doing the same work for me. They are suggesting me the best practices and they are applying it for me.
Yes.
Then why would I need two different bots? I would have just one bot and I would say, hey, here is my repo, fix it.
Yeah, that's actually a good point of view. But the thing is, there should be some manual thing to check if the bots are doing the correct thing, because at the end, bots are getting trained and they are also like, not always bots are right. So it's the task of contributors sometimes. They can help in reducing the time and fixing few things, but they cannot completely take the contributors' work. So as the last slide said, that they can help us to do more, but they can't cut the head count. So I hope that answers your question. Yeah.
So I have a question, and then I'll give some context about why I asked the question. So the question is, what do you see as, in the slide you mentioned, the humans can solve the not boring parts of the equation. What do you see as the role of humans in a contributor review process and the onboarding process as we go to a more automated, AI-driven workflow type of approach? The context is, I work at Red Hat as a community architect, and I work with a lot of different upstream communities, some of which are more excited or less excited about these kinds of tools coming. And a big anxiety that people have is trying to figure out that human touch about things is really important, about inclusion and bringing people in and making them feel welcome. So to restate the question again, what do you see as the role of the human in this more automated, machine-driven, AI-driven workflow?
Okay. So you mean that what's the part of human to the human contributors in the automation and all those stuff?
Or rather, complement it. How do we as humans complement?
Yeah. So it's like, sorry, like in, what was the last point?
So like how do we fit into this? Like, okay, the bots are doing more and more for us, but how do we keep that human touch?
So the task, that's the task of human to train. And as I gave the example of CodeRabbit and all, they are giving the they are giving the configuration where you can set the tone of the bot. Like as you said, some want some human touch or someone friendly touch. There are some tones like friendly poetic tones where they give you in, feedbacks in form of poems. So there's a human work done in making the contributors respond more friendly and human, like in a natural way. I hope that answers your question. Okay. Okay, thank you so much.